Legend has it.
Would it be revised on the 1991 Flexible Metro B reviews? Instead, today we're going to cover off a couple things. So, forgive me if I'm not talking right, but the first and most popular video was the 1991 TMCRTS08 series, gaining over 80 plus likes and 3 dislikes, which is okay. The first most popular video is the 1991 TMCRTS08 series. Then, following suit, the 1991 Flexible Metro B, which is his partner in crime. Along with that came another bust that we're going to be discussing today.
Many people still remember to this day, even after 30 years of its creation. The GTW Fed 1995 proudly presents the CTA's 1985 Man Americana. In 1985, the CTA purchased 362 Man Americana buses from MAN. The order came after the CTA had recently ordered 145 articulated buses from the exact same company. The most noticeable feature was that in the 4000 series buses, they were the first CTA buses to include digital flipped-out destination signs. While the signs were not as visible or reliable as traditional roll signs, they could easily be changed when new or modified routes were introduced. The 4000 series, if I also didn't mention this earlier, were originally painted in the same white and light green paint scheme used on the 9800s and 1600 Flyer buses. Same thing with fishbowls. But eventually they were repainted to the CTA's brand new white, blue, and red scheme in 1987. These buses came with the engine for this particular bus was a MAN D2566 MLUH. The transmission type was a Redneck Doormat 874A. Correct me if I'm wrong. These particular buses sounded similar to this. When these buses first rolled onto the city streets in 1985, there was a lot of rumors and speculations that these buses were originally delivered to 103rd Street Garage. However, that is not true. I'll give you a good example of why these buses weren't delivered there. Here's the correct garages that they were assigned to. From 4000 to 4099, they were delivered to Kedzie Garage, while 4100 to 4199 was delivered to 69th Street Garage. 4200 to 4291 was delivered to North Park Garage, and last but not least, 4292 to 4361 was delivered to 77th Street Garage in 1985 and remained there until 1988. It can most arguably be said, but the Man Americanas have the most interesting bus seats that they ever have. The examples here is that most Man Americanas were different from most TMCs and flexibles. I'll give you an example. Take a look. The interior was a lot more different than TMCs because the seats were facing forward, and in addition to that, they were hard seats, just like TMCs and flexibles. The seats, however, were green and orange inside, so what made it different from the rest? I'll tell you more in a second. Like every other bus in the CTA's fleet, at least some of the buses seen on the streets have either been in movies or in TV shows. Just for example, 4110 was spotted in his movie and background vehicle in the 1994 to 1999 TV show Due South. 4234 in the 1991 movie V.I. Warhowski, featuring 4230. And rumors have it in this 2001 movie Save the Last Dance, this Man Americana number 4113 depicted on the number 15 Jeffrey. It was a good time for the Man Americanas, but sadly, their time is coming closer and closer to being retired. Retirement started in 2001 and ended in 2004, with the last bus being pulled. The 4000, 4100, 4200, and 4300 were all scattered and retired at different times. It's sad to say, but all Man Americanas have been scrapped as of 2021. And it is if there was still one remaining, we don't know where it's at. As a bonus for me putting out this video late, I decided to give y'all some videos back from '93 of TMCs and traffic on Michigan Avenue. Of course, you see a new flyer turning onto Ontario Street, and TMCs basically on both sides of the street and one in the middle that's getting ready to turn. A Man Americana's rolling up, new flyers getting ready to go north on Michigan Avenue, heading into north side. As the traffic goes by, you can pay attention to a lot of the scenes that are going on and the back windows that the TMCs once had, which they are no longer with us, nor are they even in service today. As for the Man Americanas, you could tell they had the original paint job that they were received in 1985 and 1986. Pardon me for that. It is sad, I hate to say this, but there are no Man Americanas remaining left, which means the overall rideability and review of this was an 8 out of 10. That these buses will always have a forever special place in my heart, being known as my third favorite buses on the CTA's fleet, from early 2001 to 2004. And this ends the review of the 1985 Man Americana. The GT Real Fan 1995, signing off.